Do this now. And we are streaming. And we are streaming. Yes. Welcome to the live stream again. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the pages, been checking everything out. I've been growing a lot on TikTok, and I'm about to get the TikTok booted here. Should be starting here in a second, the TikTok live. I'm trying to figure out how TikTok is paying people for promoting live events, or exactly how that works, like the go live thing. But yeah, I'm gonna see if it allows me to get paid to do that. But I'm going live right now. Come on, baby. And I'm live on YouTube. Oh yeah, that might help. There we go. There you go. Come on. Sorry about that. I feel like making something fresh. So I was working on this the other stream and I like it, but I'm also like, I guess it just doesn't want to do that. It just says welcome to my live. So I guess you are welcome to my live. Welcome. All right. So let's see what's going on. I haven't even checked the YouTube chat or any of that. But I pray you guys are doing well. Let me see if it's doing it now. Is it working? Is everything working? Yes, it is. All right, cool. Huh? What does that mean? What does it mean? Okay. No sound detected. What do you mean by that, dude? Whole bunch of crap. Okay, so we're figuring it out. But welcome to the streams. I appreciate everybody who's been watching, checking them out. Trying to figure out the whole go live thing that it says. It's like click a live or whatever that junk is. I'm going to figure it out eventually. But welcome to the live, y'all. I appreciate you. I feel like today we're going to cook something up fresh. We're going to figure out what exactly is going on. And weirdly enough, even on YouTube, it's just not showing me to anybody. Normally, like at this time, dude, it's been flooded. Like I'll get like a ton of people, which is kind of surprising. Maybe something's going on. But I appreciate everybody who's been hopping into the different streams, checking out. We are going to be producing something new. I produce a lot of beats on this channel. That's kind of the goal with the live streams. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I will say this. I'm going to preface this because the last few streams, people have been wanting to debate about religion or beliefs. I'm not here to debate. I am not a master debater. Okay? Not a master debater by any stretch of the imagination. But I got to figure out what's going on. Why it's not showing me to people. Public. Playlists. Late night beat streams. Done. Okay. Yeah, that's up. Okay, so then I don't know exactly what's happening. There it goes. It's probably just taking a second to get it to everybody. But yeah, once it hits 12 o'clock normally, it's pretty good. There's people in here and it'll be shown. Okay. So yeah, if y'all just hopped in, I appreciate you. Welcome to the live stream. I What's good? What's good? It's probably finally starting to show it to people. But yeah, I think this stream. What am I playing? That's a good question. Right now, I'm going to be making something new. I produce on this stream. So if you guys are producers, if you're songwriters, you're engineers, like, welcome. This is the kind of place where we talk about that. I will say I don't play people's music on live stream just so I don't have copyright issues or things like that. But yeah, I produce a lot of hip hop, electronic. That's the kind of realm that I make my music in. So I think today I want to try something a little different. I haven't really been making stuff like, I don't make like drone stuff or stuff that uses a lot of drones. So I think I might want to try something where it's like a real simple kind of drone to start with like a ton of reverb. That might be a cool vibe. Okay. There we go, dude. It's finally showing it to people. I think that's the toughest thing if you guys ever live stream or connect. Like, you have to do the whole thing. You got to make content. You got to put your art out there. You got to do all that. On that note, waiting for DistroKid, but Book of Job, which was a very requested song on the live streams out of the ones that I had made, I have a date for August 20th. That's the day I want to drop it. So that'll be the next Myron the Disciple release. If you guys haven't checked it out already, Myron the Disciple is my other page where I actually post the music. I don't post everything that I make on here, but I've posted a lot of it because it just takes me a while. You know, I work a regular job too, just like anyone else. What's good, Jace? Welcome. Thank you for hopping in on the TikTok side. I appreciate everybody who's been hopping in. Share it with your friends, like the stream, do all that jazz. If you want to gift a rose, that helps a lot too. That helps the goals so that it gets shown out to more people. I appreciate everybody. Like, I don't care about the money. I'm grateful. Thank God he has blessed me with any type of work right now. And if you guys do gift a rose, it just shows it to more people, which is great. So I think this one, the goal with this stream, I want to try and experiment with like drone sounds and stuff like that with this one. So bear with me as I kind of start out everything, just making it straight off a Vital Patch for the first go. And feel free if you guys have any questions about like mixing, mastering, sound design, stuff of that nature, recording. Feel free to say something in the chat. That's I'm a former Sweetwater sales engineer, so I have a ton of experience when it comes to that. And I'm still regularly involved in the audio industry, like live sound side. So I'm still becoming, fresh to a lot of stuff. And I've been trying to learn more about the Digico Quantum console, like some of the deeper digital consoles. So if you guys have questions about that too, feel free. I won't know too much about it. I just started learning it. It's a really, really crazy. If you guys have ever seen live sound consoles, dude, the Digico Quantum series is like, it would make your head freaking explode. It honestly has, and I've used digital consoles for years, but that one is like, whoo, that one is intense. No kidding. All right. So I think this one, I don't know what key I should go in. Man, I guess the whole thing about joining the live stream, I didn't realize that with TikTok, if you make a post about it, it like shows it to 20 times more people. So I'm wondering too, if I start with like, all right, it's kind of giving that ambient space vibe. I think this is the one. There it is. Yep. That's what it was. So you can make this one feedback. That's insane. So that's a little too much. What's good, y'all? I guess the feedback just like, for some reason, I don't. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Like, okay, so let me try and see what happens. Okay, so maybe just starting with that kind of. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of the vibe. I feel like keeping it tonally just ambiguous. Hey, what's good? What's good, Dr. Love? Yeah, glad for you to hop in. And if you mean by a while, I think I saw you like last week, bro. Like, isn't it crazy how fast time is just going? So yeah, I think for this one, I kind of want to do an ambient drone. Either way, man, I appreciate you hopping in. Thank you to everybody. And apparently now if I make a post on TikTok, it actually shows it to way more people, which is fire. Because that's the goal, man. But hey, since you're on here, Dr. Love, Book of Job, right now I have it scheduled to come out on all streaming platforms August 20th. I remember you requested that song, and it's done. I finished it. So, I'm waiting for DistroKid to put it all up. But if the artwork goes through, which, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I'll show you what it looks like. I don't know if I'll be able to get away with it. It's a tough call. But this was like the artwork that I made for it. Just something really like... I probably could have done more with the logo. I should have probably done that. But yeah, that was kind of the vibe. That's what it'll look like. Because what's interesting is the photo that I took it from, it actually is a photo of like an ancient painting that was of Job. Yeah, welcome, Jonah. Feel free to ask your question. I am checking all of your comments, so feel free to join in. Because there's a lot to learn about making music, and I realize a good portion of it is just dropping it. Is like finishing the song, finishing the idea. So, I think... Oh, when I first start a track, actually the first thing I do is I start with the beat. If you watch more of my streams, you follow the page and you check it out. If you go to my YouTube, it'll be the VODs of everything that I do on here. go here. I sometimes will post clips. I really haven't because I just don't. Most of the stuff I post on here is like motivational and talking to people. But I start with the beat because if you know what the music is doing, you understand where you can go with the lyrics. Like, because you can sometimes I'll write down lyrics, but for the most part I haven't done that in a while, just because by the time you make the beat or like you use the beat that you are going to use, you have to go back and adjust things. You have to go back and take out words or add words or change phrases or do things like that. So that is my suggestion, is really just like, oh, darn it, why did it do that? Okay, now I got it. Yeah, absolutely, man. I feel like that you can start either way, but some of the best results I've gotten is making the idea first, like making the musical idea first. And some of the best advice I could give would be music is the emotional side. Lyrics are the logical side. So if you listen to a beat and it makes you feel some type of way, you can think about what you're going to say logically. It's super important. And I think approaching music that way, you then understand the importance of lyricism and why some songs just hit the way that they do, because they understand the emotion that's being presented right there. And I think that's what's super important. So now I've kind of got a drone going. That's what I wanted, some like ambience. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people should. They don't realize that originally music was used for it was used for religious purposes. That's the most mind-blowing thing to think about, is that was originally what it was. It was like worship. And when you think about it in that way, you start to understand why your dog just got surgery. Oh, dude. This is probably what he hears right now. This is probably the sound that your dog is hearing right now in his brain. In their brain, just chilling. Just straight up drone music. Oh my goodness. That's funny. So I wanted to start trying something new. What's good? What's good? But yeah, for those who are hopping in right now, because I know I just started the stream, Book of Job is up. It's not up fully yet. I just submitted it to DistroKid. August 20th is the date as of right now. If they don't mess with the artwork or anything or tell me I need to redo it, it's probably still gonna, that's the release date, is August 20th, and I'm gonna be pushing it. Like I'm realizing God wants me to put it out there for a reason. And I'm really happy with the final result. I think where it's going is good. Yeah, it looks like it's successful. So they verified the audio. They're processing everything. So that should be coming up soon. I should be getting some updates maybe tonight. What a blessing, man. But yeah, we're starting out. I know I was working on something last stream. I listened to it and I was like, I like it. And then I heard it today and I was like, dude, I'll figure it out later. I wanted to just try something new today. I wanted to try something like way different. Because I was watching a video on like drones. And not like the flying kind, like the audio kind. Like, you know, hey, this is how some people make music. I'm thinking, So yeah, we're gonna do some wild stuff with this. So, kind of want to do, which one was it? So there's one, oh yeah, Crush. So yeah, this is probably more like what your dog who just had surgery is hearing. Just straight. What's good? What's good, y'all? Thank you for everybody who's been hopping in, for real. So, but yeah, if there's anything I've learned with any of these platforms, if you want to grow at all, you have to be posting. You have to be. I have no idea what that says. Who was my first follower? I think technically on the Minor and the Disciple page, Songwriter support, but on this page, I don't remember. Like, it's been so... I mean, I've had this page for maybe like a year or two. So it's a good question, man. I don't even know if I still have that first follower, because I feel like so many people have, like, changed or taken a different approach. I have no idea what it said. It is to say hello. Ooh. Kind of like that. Yes, I did. I had a very good day. What a blessing, man. I appreciate everybody who's been hopping in. Just starting out with some ideas. I feel like... Let me see. Yeah, man. It's just another day. I'm blessed, man. I'm wondering, too... Yeah. Oh, the Book of Job? That was that one song that I made. It was on stream. And I finished it finally. It's done. But it drops August 20th as of right now. So... Yeah, I know. I will be adding that. I'm just like sound designing first. I'm creating a soundscape first. That's what I wanted to try with this one. It's like just start with a drone. Yeah, you got to start somewhere first. I think that's super important. Is like if you're making ideas, try new things all the time. I am cooling and I'm cooking. Actually, I don't know. It's kind of hot, dude. It's been so hot today. Freaking was melting out in Houston today. I hope you guys stayed cool. God bless you, for real. What should I... Sounds like I'm in an error screen. Like you're... Just imagine your video game crashed. Like your copy of Half-Life 2 just crashed and you're just stuck. And that's the sound I hear. Hey, you over there. Alright. Dude, apparently if you post on TikTok that you're going live, it just shows it to 5 million more people. I don't know why. Thank you. Thank you for sending a gift. God bless you, man. Send a rose so it'll show it to more people. I hate that they do that, but that's what we gotta do. Do I have them numbered or titled? No, I do have them. They are dated though. And Book of Job. Let me look real quick because that was a master. The mix, I did that one on July 2nd. That was the day that that one was finished. Apparently, Andy, if you're still in here, I slipped on that banana, dude. That's not good. I appreciate the gift, but now I'm in pain. Alright. Let me see. What was I? Keyscape. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, dude, why am I not remembering right now? Clearly, Satan is not here, okay? We're not going there. Can I play the drums and the bass? Bass? Yes, absolutely. Drums? I would say I'm intermediate. I'm alright. It's like 12 o'clock in the morning, my time. Yeah, I think just give it some time, man. Oh, the artwork is successfully processed. So, Book of Job is on the way. For those who were wondering. Freaking rad, dude. I'm wondering if I should do something that's like a... Alright, yeah. Apparently, dude, the live streams are just going crazy on both sides. And you know what's wild, too? I'm so grateful I don't, like, swear or do anything in my music. Just because... Oh, dude. Frick, yeah. That's right. Because I'm starting to realize there's a lot of people that... All different ages, all across the world, man. Like, it's really wild how open the... when you live stream, it's open to everybody. Like, you don't think that? Oh, it is 100%. Oh, it's 1:16 your time, Caleb? All right. For sure. But yeah, when it comes to music production, man, take your time. Don't rush everything. It's not the freaking Olympics. Okay, so I like the idea. I feel like... Let me try the, what is it? Yeah. Yeah, it's like the music box. That was the vibe. I was like, I want something that's like, if it's given that mysterious vibe. That's what I'm saying. It almost gives me like 3 6 Mafia vibes. really does. I also like having that, let me see. What's good? What's good, man? So, yeah, I think this one for sure, just like simple hi-hat, simple snare. Nothing too crazy. Thank you. Thank you, whoever sent the rose. God bless you. I'm doing amazing. It's technically 12:20 in the morning. Man, this is awesome. This is like the streams and everything just keep getting better, man. Oh, hold on. I got an idea. Like, hold on. Tape, mellow. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Like, right at the very beginning. Just use 2 different tape effects. Hold on. Because this one's cool. Like, hold on, there's an idea there. There's something that, let me think, because I'm trying to remember. Oh, hold on, I think there's a reverse tape stop with the shaper box. Yeah, there's some really cool effects that I have. Let me see. Pitch. There's one. Hold on. Yeah, you can just... Dude, this plugin's so wild. I don't even fully comprehend it. Man. So I think with this one, it's a good question. I feel like, let me also do a halftime on it, just to see. Yeah, it gives it like the creepy vibes. I really like that. And then, okay, where's the whole gifting thing? I forgot. I swear, the whole like gifts thing with the live is such a crazy concept. Like once you figure it out, it's like, all right, cool. Now it shows it to more people, and then you don't know what happens. I like this though. I like where that's going. So, I'm wondering if I should. Alright. Might help. Oh, hold on. There's something there with that. Yeah. sounds a little too warm, though. A little too much. What's good? Yeah. One dinosaur. Okay. That'll be the next goal. Cool. Well, that's good, man. Yeah, I don't know exactly. My guess is you just turn on notifications, hit the bell, and it'll show you. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the streams. And I appreciate everybody who's been tuning in. Let me see. I kind of like that one sound, but I feel like trying something else. Something like that. Okay, so I want to see how that sounds half-timed. See kind of where that goes. So I like that. Let's go, dude. I like that. I feel like that's cool. This one was kind of eh. Then I like. Let me do all that jazz, the lichen and everything. Lichen? Huh. All right, all right. So I think I start. So I'm also thinking for this stream too is I'm going to take some samples that I have and maybe rework some stuff a little bit. So I'm going to make a sample. So for this, I'm going to put one of each, group them, and do something here. Not anymore. I had to sell it a long time ago when I went homeless. Or before I went homeless, like way before that. Because I used to have a bass guitar. Yeah, I used to play bass. I just haven't bought one in a while. So let me see. So I want to create a hi-hat. What I'm thinking here, I kind of wonder if I should use something from like Destructor. Like get the... So start there, standard clip at the end, just so I know the peaks are going to be good. So I kind of want to make some samples for this one. If I could, I don't know, probably 5-string, just because then you can play more songs across the board. Okay. And then I think I want to do transient master. Like make it so it... So yeah, right now I'm making a hi-hat. I took 2 that I made already and I'm trying to like splice it into a different one. Get a slightly different sound, different timbre with it. Because without all that, it's... Like, it sounds good, but I want something that hits a little bit harder. So I'm going to start there. Hi-hat sample. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-record this group called HH. Right here. Okay, cool. New hi-hat sample right there. All right. And now what I can do is I can create... So now that I have the new hi-hat sample, you go to Simpler, and you can just load it in. Instruments. Simpler. Bada bam. Welcome, welcome. So here's my new hi-hat sample. Cool. Oh, that would be rad, dude. I think right now, because I haven't really needed a bass guitar. Fortunately, I have some really good Sims available, and my guitar, if I pitch it down, I can use it in that way. Honestly, I have my Cash App listed on there, and it's my name, but like, yeah, just know I probably would just use it for paying bills, stuff like that. It's on my TikTok, but I just haven't done that. But yeah, recently, I mean, I would like to have a bass guitar, but I just think now I want, if I'm going to do stuff with money, it's just pay off debt, make sure my bills are covered. And then once I have if I had a better space, or if I was like moving somewhere where I knew I needed to be making music, oh yeah, that's what and I would probably get something that's not like too expensive. Like I would look at like I had a really nice Schecter that was only like $400, I think, when I got it, maybe 500-600 with the case. And it was rad. Like it handled everything I needed to for every gig. And all I needed to do was put a 9-volt in it, and it freaking rocked every time. It was such a good instrument to use. I think just... yeah, just keeping it simple. You know what? Maybe... But yeah, I recognize right now I'm in a season of like, you know what? I think what's more important to me than stuff is just finishing out the songs. And really, I think God will provide everything I need. And that's what I've been learning even like today. I'm wondering, because I think I had a pretty good closed head too. You know what? I might layer that with this one too. See, that's the thing. Is like you could start out with one sample and go there, and then just... I think with Schecter, you just have to know what you're buying. Like, I think some of their cheap, bottom of the barrel, price-wise stuff sucks. It's really bad. Like, it's... But if you buy Schecter USA, or if you buy anything that's more than that, it's definitely good. It's definitely something that's worth standing up. Like, it'll last. Because, like, I remember one time I tried buying a Schecter... Gosh, it was such a long time ago. And, bro, when I bought it, I didn't know anything about twisted necks. And the neck got twisted within, like, the first 24 hours of me owning it. And it was... you couldn't fix it. And it was a cheap one. Oh, Ibanez would be great, too. That'd probably... honestly, if I was gigging, I probably would go back to Ibanez. I'm not going to lie. Just because the Schecter was lightweight and it looked cool, and it looked actually just like my guitar. But the Ibanez, dude, they're so freaking lightweight and they play super nice. Those ones sound really good. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I like the sample for that one. That one might be worth resampling. Oh yeah, BC Rich, historically, there was a point where they made some good stuff. It's the same thing with Schecter. If you buy their USA model stuff, I don't know if BC Rich does anything USA anymore though. But most companies, if you buy their USA, their USA model stuff is usually, I think in most companies, it's really good. It's really expensive though. You're paying a lot more for tone woods and stuff like that when you pay for that. And I'll tell you that just because I used to sell $10,000 plus guitars, and most of what was different was like rarity of tone wood, as well as Yes, sometimes it was the pickups, but that wasn't as common. Like, I would say most of the time when you were spending more money, it was tone wood. Yeah, that was most of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm good, Kylan. Thanks for hopping in. Just grinding it out. But yeah, like I was saying earlier in the stream, Book of Job, it looks like actually it should drop August 20th, and I'm gonna be trying to hype it. I wonder if I should blend these two, like this one and this one. So when you're making your own samples, a lot of people don't know, like, you could take two other samples that already exist that you really like, and you can blend them and level them. So it's like now you have a new snare sound. So now I have a new snare sound. I haven't even... Oh, that sounds good. I like that. Because that one sounds good. And that one sounds good too, but like the combined... Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this one definitely has like spooky, ominous, mysterious vibes to it. So, I feel like, I think as long as I put standard clip on it, just get the waveform. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like this guitar kind of chugging on in the background, but I'm wondering if... Oh, that does work. Oh, so actually with this one, I'm going to double it, and I'm going to make one lower and one higher, and then adjust like the frequency of it. Yeah, it definitely gives that kind of vibe to it. It's just like, I think this one, the goal is I wanted to like take stuff that I've either made the sounds for or make original sounds and just start from there. So the challenge with this one is like, how do you make an original everything from scratch? Because I mean, at least with these, right? Like, if you want to make your own hi-hat samples or make your own samples, a good place to start is at a sample. And like learning what makes a sample good, or like how the different parts of it work. And I made a couple samples, like some of the snares that I had went through other samples, taken the transient, taken the body, taken the tail, mashed them together, put some different effects on them just so I could get a unique sound. And you learn that this is how you can make a more original sound too, is learning that. And that's a good way to start. Another way too is there's tutorials online that teach you how to shape white noise with EQs, with compressors, with different tools, so you can get those same types of sounds. So you can make your own sounds, make your own sample packs, you know. And I think that stuff is important too, because it helps make your sound unique. Like you can now make a more unique sound because you're not using what everyone else is using. You know, I'm so glad that you say that. I've been told that I'm a good teacher because that's what I really want to do with songwriter support, but I feel like the other reason why God wants me to drop these songs and put everything out there is so that people can see, like, okay, how do you do the whole thing? If we're in this day and age where it's so expensive to, like, make stuff, and not feel like you need to pay 5 million people to do it, right? And I think that we're in a day and age where it's easier and more free than ever to make your own sounds and do it from the beginning. And I think sometimes you just need some to see something or see someone to motivate you. For example, I was going to watch this before stream. If you guys have not subscribed to the Cable Guys channel on YouTube, bro, these are the guys that make that Shaperbox plugin I use. You want to talk about learning pretty much anything about sound? I mean, they use their own plugin. Dude, these guys rock. I think it's just him. I think it's just that guy or like a few people on a dev team. Bro, that's right, man. That's the vibe, is just having fun when I'm doing and doing something wholesome. Like, I mean, the music sounds like some Halloween music right now. But, like, yeah, if you guys make music and stuff like that and you want better tutorials, I'm not going to lie. Cable Guys, freaking awesome. They made the halftime plugin, and which is like a $20 plugin that changes. It just morphs sounds. It's just such a... Oh, I like that better. I'm like a teacher, a preacher, a music creator all in one. You know what's crazy too, if you think about it? Have you noticed there's actually a lot of very famous pastors and stuff that... and I say very famous because they've built a name for themselves that actually do music too, like they do all of it. I've noticed that. Do I think it's a good thing? I'm not exactly sure. But do I think that there's some of them that have, you know, all those different gifts and, you know, God has blessed them with that? Yeah, absolutely. Nah, dude, here's what I'm going to say. Humble yourself real quick and go watch Joe from Cable Guys. Like, you think I know a lot? You think I know a lot about... dude, you would watch, like, one of that guy's videos, and you would learn 10 times more than you would learn from one of my streams. I guarantee you. Oh, hold on. It's Myron the Disciple. Yeah. Freaking rad. But nah, Cable Guys, man, you gotta shout them out, because if you know, you know. Like, it's one of those things where, one, I'm not only gonna like humble myself there, but dude, you go watch. I'm telling you, I definitely make some good videos. They make amazing videos. Like, I've watched every one of his shorts, every one of his videos. I've watched them, and I know quite a bit about sound design and music theory. And that dude, like, just explains it in such a way that even if you didn't have everything that he has created, you could use the tools you have, and you would be able to apply the concept and like make it work towards your music, which is freaking rad, which is why I loved it. So yeah, this one. So there's something about that kick drum that I like, and there's something that I don't. And I'm wondering if I combine these two. Like, because what you can do, right? Oh, hold on. Maybe that was just it. It's just like you sometimes it's literally layering the two kicks, and then sometimes the phase doesn't work out that way. So, let me clip it off real quick. Chop the top off. Rip its head off. That's what I have to do. Yeah, because, like, the combined volume is gonna... That sounds good, though, as a kick. I like that. Because, like... So I'm wondering, because I kind of like... I like the transient of this one, but I like the body of the other one. So I wonder if I, like, do that and I splice the two at this crossover point, if it just sounds freaking good. Okay. Right, no, see, that was the thing, is the Ouch 10 sounded really beefy and it sounded pretty good. The Ouch 9 has this, like, weird kind of body to it, so I took, like, the transient. I like that, though. Maybe even... So this is how you can make kick drums. You know what? This stream is more of showing you, too, like, this is how you can make samples. This is how you can make your own unique sounds. Like, you can take sounds that you make, and you can blend them, you can layer them. You just have to make sure when you're making them, right, that they're not clipping or distorting or going too hard. Oh, hold on. I gotta start it from... And you can make your own unique drum samples and sounds. Because that sounds nice and punchy. But if I add a little bit... See, that actually sounds beefy. I like that. So now that I have that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record it back in. So then I've got... So I've got that. Okay, Ouch 9, right? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that's the track. Okay. So now I can record it back in. Now I have this as a drum sample that I can save. So now this is one condensed file. Like, instead of it just being like this, it's actually one recorded in condensed file. All right. Yeah, no, this is good, because I really feel like there's a lot of people that are like, dude, I want better drum sounds, I want better samples, and I have a ton of free samples or, like, stuff, and I just don't know how to make them better. I think that this is one way you can do it, is, like, if you know you have a sample pack or you have something that you're working with, layer some of the sounds, like, start experimenting with, like, okay, this snare drum, and if anything, when you're doing it to make a new sound, layer them so they're at the exact same time. Like, start it there. So, you know, maybe if you're like, okay, I want to make a new snare drum, or, you know, sometimes you don't even necessarily have to do that. Like, you make a snare drum pattern, and then you're like, hey, I want it to sound a little different. I'm going to add... Sometimes taking two crappy sounds makes one really good sound. Sometimes taking parts from a few crappy sounds and putting them into one sound makes it sound really good. And then sometimes doing that and then adding effects like compression, OTT. That's another one. It's kind of like it's its own thing. OTT is a very interesting animal, which if you don't have this plugin, also a free plugin, highly suggested. Now this one, I have it. So without it. See, now I can really boost like the bass in this. And what it's multi-band up-down compressor, and it's a really simple tool. If you haven't used OTT, most people who produce know what this is. But you can use this a lot when creating your own samples. And like if you're feeling like, hey, this snare doesn't have enough low end, you can really use OTT to destroy it. And some people actually use OTT like 10, 20 times in a row to create a really destructive sound. Literally. Other times it's like you can use it just for punching things up or making original samples. Oh, Andy came back with the banana. What happened? What happened this weekend? Did you go driving, dude? Is the Impala working? Is everything good? Oh, hold on. That sounds freaking rad. All right. Come on, TikTok live puzzle. Unable to verify. Freaking butt cheeks, dude. There it goes. Okay, now guess what happened this weekend? What happened? I'm guessing. Okay, so now this sample is like, whoa, what happened there, bro? Oh, so it clips super hard. Okay, I see what happened there. So now I should just try it on. Yeah. All right. But yeah, this one, I feel like that has been my goal, is just how do I make something. You sold the Impala? Oh, dude. Did you get something better? I don't blame you. Like, honestly, I think if you can get in this day and age, getting a Toyota, if it's got to be a daily and you need it to be cheap to fix, like, I don't blame you at all. Just because with an Impala, it can go one of two ways. It could either be like, okay, this thing runs forever and it's an old one, I can just fix it up. Or it becomes too much of a project car and then it gets super deep. You just like start spending a whole bunch of money. Like, yeah, dude, I'm going to get a new exhaust on it. I'm going to get new headers. I'm going to like, because it depends on the kind of Impala too, you know what I mean? Like if you want to turn it into a lowrider or a Swanger, like they have in Houston, bro. Swangers are different, dude. You see them every once in a while, but you don't see them all the time. Y'all know what I'm talking about too, Swangers? Or slabs. I forgot they call them that. But yeah, like, so they sometimes call them that, but yeah. It's like the Swangas are the extended rims, if you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like these joints right here, bro. Oh, dude, you got a Mitsubishi Eclipse that never touched snow and only has 60K miles. That and only got it for like $5,000. That's actually a really good deal. I agree, dude. 5K on a Mitsubishi Eclipse, which they don't make those anymore, and they're definitely an ultimate tuner car. Oh, dude. As long as everything's good with the transmission and everything's running smooth, I could see that just being an amazing car that's going to last you forever. I feel like cars are, but at the same time, like, it's just all about what, right? Like, if there's some cars, man, it's like the worthwhile investment, 100%. It'll get you to point A to point B, does everything you need to do. You don't ever have to worry about it breaking down on you. Yeah, that's a nasty sound kick drum. I like that. So now I can use that. But that's rad, dude. That's 10 times better than what you could have ever got with that Impala, ever. Yeah, no rust on it either. Dude, shout out, man. No, yeah, the SUV Eclipse does not count. It does not count, dude. I wish Mitsubishi would stop making vehicles that would also, because I almost thought about getting a Mitsubishi when I was looking at vehicles because I wanted the cheapest possible tiny car that I could get. And I heard that once a lot of the Mitsubishis that have came out in the last like 10 years, if you put like 150K on the motor, it just turns into leaking oil and or burning. No, I think it was burning oil on a lot of them. But if it's the old ones, dude, oh they over engineered the crap out of those. No, here's the thing though. I've seen what people who have the 3000 GT, it's like, oh, you would fall in love until I've seen people with those, bro. I would not like the only reason why I wouldn't own one is the exact reason why you wouldn't own one is just you would have to know how to fix it all the time. But I feel like a Mitsubishi Eclipse, I've still seen some on the road. You know, it's one that I saw on one of my neighbors they have a Toyota Celica. And it kind of did have like a Ricer body kit with the spoiler on it. And I was like, dude, that's another car, like low key, if I was going to get a Toyota that wasn't a Supra and I wanted to get a tuner car, I low key would get a Celica. Just for the Need for Speed Underground 2 vibes cuz I wouldn't want to make it fast. I would just want it to be a fun car to drive around and just know that I have it and it's an old car and it would probably take care of itself. Okay. So now I'm going to make an 808 from scratch. I'm going to show y'all how this is done. So there's a few ways you could do it. Ideally, you want it to be pitched in C. My friend shot fireworks out his butt. Oh my goodness, bro. Did he say fire in the hole? He should have said fire in the hole or it doesn't count. That's crazy. Okay. Right. See, that's what I thought was like the 3000 GT. It'd be a fun, it's all about model, right? But same time, like, I think personally, I love cars, but I don't know enough about working on them to where I could responsibly own them. Like, for example, unless I had money to throw, I think, a car that I could get behind, low key, just because I grew up around Beamers. Like, even if it was something that like a cheap 3 Series to start on. Because I know if I could probably work on that, there's a likelihood I'd be able to work on other vehicles. Like, responsibly work on other vehicles. But that's what I mean. That's another type of car where, like, you could probably get one for stupid cheap. And then you could, eventually, like, just, you know what I mean, know how to work on stuff with it. But I personally wouldn't want to own one as a regular daily. Like, that would be one where I would just mod the heck out of it, blow it up, do something stupid with it, but learn how to work on it. Okay. So for this one, I remember. Oh, so you got the V6 Eclipse too. What was the horsepower on that? When those like came out? 265 stock on the V6 back in the 90s, dude? Or no, '06? That's still really good. Yeah, that'd be a fun car. Yeah, '09. Okay, yeah. I think for that time, that's still pretty good. Because I didn't think they started going crazy about horsepower until like the last 10, 20 years. Like 10, 15 years, excuse me. So like '09 is probably right in that period where. See, that was the thing. '09, if I'm not mistaken, that's when everybody was still like doing just body kits and like putting an exhaust on it and then calling that, you know what I mean? Putting stickers on it gave it 5 extra horsepower. Like vibes like that. Like it was back when you could responsibly own a vehicle and just be like, mine's different. Mine looks cool. And everybody's cool with it. Now it's like, bro, if your vehicle doesn't at least do 700 wheel horsepower and have a blower, or you know what I mean, is like twin turboed, or it's got a cam, or it's like, huh. So I think for this one, I want to make it crunchy. So first of all, I'm gonna do OTT. So I just want to make a new 808 for this stream. I think if you don't have a daily, leave it stock. And then if it gets to a point where you can get another vehicle that you could responsibly daily, then modify it. That's my stance, bro. Because if that vehicle's good, keep it good for a long time. It's going to retain its value. A vehicle like that's 100% going to retain its value. You can't, like, tell me how many people you know that own a Mitsubishi Eclipse on your hand. And guess what? Guess when the last time I saw a Mitsubishi Eclipse was? I was in, yeah, the O'Reilly event sticker. Right, exactly. I was literally in downtown Houston, and I got finished with my first gig with Jones Hall, and I was talking to the guy who was on the soundboards there, and we were just walking back, and I was asking him like, "Hey, you know, where are good spots to park?" Just talking to him, and we both saw like the Fast and the Furious Supra. Somebody like redid all the work, like got the same body kit, got the same vinyls and everything, and then somebody redid the Eclipse, and they got just about the same ones, same hood, same everything. Like it was hold on, I'll show you. It was the green one. Personally, that was yeah, Brian's Eclipse. Like somebody had was I was in downtown and they had a real version of Brian's Eclipse. Like it looked just like it too. I think they had a couple other stickers that were different. Dude, see that's the thing, like Cars like this, it's almost questionable if you go down the route of just slapping a turbo on it and making it, I it's just that's what I realized. Like if you're gonna daily a vehicle, right? Like I just wouldn't mess with it unless you absolutely need to fix it. But if you know that you have a daily that works and it's something that you can wrench on, then it makes sense. Because if not, you're constantly spinners. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I remember just. See, here's the thing. Where I'm from, I didn't live in the trailer park, but I wasn't too far away from one. But dude, a lot of the people that had spinners, like they had the fake ones. That's what I would do. I would at least for now. Like if that's your daily, bro, yeah. If that's your daily is a Mitsubishi Eclipse, I would just leave the engine alone, make it look cool, drive safe, be responsible, keep that thing as good as condition as you can, and then if you can get another Toyota beater daily, like bro, if you bought a Camry, you know what I mean? Like, you know what's crazy to me too? Is like a Camry with double the miles that you would get on that Mitsubishi that you have right now would cost double what you paid for it right now. Like pretty much every Toyota Camry I've seen is almost 10 grand. It's stupid. But they're just that freaking reliable and you can beat on them and do stupid stuff to them and they're going to drive. See, that's the car I never understood. It made me laugh when I came to Houston. Like the new Camrys, the sport ones. I've seen a few people put like LED underglow and like put a full body kit on them, bro. Just like you gotta love it though, because it kind of brings you back to what it used to be. It's like it's not always about it being the most crazy fast vehicle. It was just about it being looking cool. But now it's like, but if you live in Houston, you understand why it's funny. Because like, bro, I've seen like McLarens, I've seen Lamborghinis. Just I saw a ZR1 Corvette the other day. I saw the new Corvette, like the one with like 1,000 wheel horsepower, just on a trailer. I was like, bro, what? I swear, one time too, I was pulling out of a neighborhood and I couldn't see what this car was, but I heard it and it was so freaking low to the ground. And I'm pretty sure it was a hypercar, dude. And some of the people got money like that out here in Houston. It's insane. Like especially the neighborhood I was pulling out of, bro. Everybody's house I think was minimum $10 million. It was like at minimum $5 to $10 million. There's no way because it's like a 2-digit property, and every property has it's a gated community, but every property has a gate pretty much. Like pretty much most all of the houses have a gate, and I'm like, there's some crazy cars I've pulled in a driveway, and I'm like, dude, this is nuts. Like, yes, I am. Just chatting on the stream right now. We've been talking about cars. But yes, I'm a producer and a songwriter. And I was sitting here trying to make a new 808, something like that. Because I know I think I want to start there with just like a sine wave. I might try, hold on. So I forgot with the operator, you have to like. Should you put a spoiler on the back of your Sienna? Yeah, probably, dude. That's 5 extra horsepower. It's yeah, dude. So you just get so much more. You'll get so much more downforce. So when you take that right turn making the soccer practice, you're not going to roll the vehicle. And you should also get a roll cage. My mom drives a Senna. Dang, dude. How will you ever come back from that? Okay, so I think Cruncher is definitely. The roll cage would be insane. You know what? Also, too, drag slicks. Drag slicks. That'd be funny if you change nothing about the engine. You get drag slicks, a roll cage, and and a chute. Oh my goodness, bro. That would be hilarious. No, just cut your exhaust. No exhaust. Just no cats. No cats, no exhaust. A chute. A roll cage. Drag slicks on a Toyota Senna. And then no. Instead of vent stickers, you should get the carbon wrap stuff that you put on, like the stuff that makes things look like it's carbon. So you just like carbon wrap the hood. Oh my goodness, bro! Everybody would want to be doing pulls down the freeway with you. That'd be absolutely bonkers. You know what? Let me try like a more gross distortion. Like, let's see. Because I like this. Oh, man. Yeah, right now, just doing some sound design. So, I think if I did like a longer note, a shorter note, excuse me, and then a different, oh, that's just the envelope, right? And then, oh, so that, oh my goodness. Hold on. Oh, so that's how you change the oscillator. Oh, but I don't even have that oscillator on. It's this oscillator. Dude, I feel stupid. I'm using Ableton Live 11. Right now I'm in operator. I have OTT on, and then I'm using Arturia's Distortion Coldfire for like the distortion. How do we lose Ozzy and Hulk in the same week? Yeah, that's a good question too. It's sad, man. Life happens. This is why you gotta appreciate every moment that you have, because you never know, dude. You really never know. So I feel like the sine wave, and then I'm gonna do this one, but I'm gonna change it to like a saw. Oh, that's too farty. You know what? And if I just don't like how this sub sounds, I'm going to use one that I have because I'm just tired of wasting time. Ooh, hold on. That one's actually pretty decent. So, I just made that sub. Sometimes you gotta like crank it up, do things with it, keep playing with it till you get the sound that you want. But now, cool, I can add I can put it into some sort of simpler track. Okay. We just made the Mustang logo out of wood. That's pretty rad. Do you like wood burn it? Or did you like carve it? Okay. So now I could drop it in there. Cool. So now I've got it a pitchable sample. Oh, hold on. Hold on. So now I might just take the kick drum sample that I had there. Or the MIDI, excuse me. See, now I'm wondering too. So we're going to do like the invisible sidechain thing. What happened after you sold the Impala? Hold on. No. So wait, hold on. When I make a point like that, oh, okay. So you paid for a flat tire. That's insane, bro. They wildin' for that one, bro. Like, if they drove down the road because they got a flat, and then they charged you because they got a flat. I mean, that, you know what? That's one of those where you're like, okay, if they did a fair trade off, if they were the ones who traded you for the Mitsubishi, man, I mean, maybe it is just doing them a solid at that point. Yeah, I like where this is going. So, oh, that's crazy. They wanted to bring it to the police. That's so stupid, bro. Like, do they not know that there are objects in the road, and as soon as you make a transaction, like, the salesperson is not obligated. Like, it's the same thing if that happened to me at a dealership. Like, it'd be different if I didn't pull out of the dealership lot, like it happened in the lot and a tire got cut. But it's like, you're like, just imagine I pulled that in Houston. That's insane, because if you know how bad Houston roads are with just random crap sitting around, like, I've gotten a flat, I think, within the first couple weeks of me owning my vehicle. Dude, that's nuts. You just didn't even want to deal with it, though. Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a level where sometimes it's like, you know what? It's better to just not deal with this crap and, like, move on with your life and just be like, okay, this was dumb, and these people are going to waste my time and try to call the cops on me when I'm just trying to, like, live my life. Like, if you're not hurting for money and it's like, okay, cool, I can spend 100, 200 bucks on a tire or whatever, like, depends on what kind of vehicle and, like, what size rim, everything like that. It is what it is. But if they're trying to report you to the police over that, right, it's like, if you have the money and it's not going to hurt you paying your bills, it's like, why not? Why bother? Why do we care? Yeah, that sounds massive, dude. I was like, here, take my money and shut up, Karen. Yeah, I like that a lot too. Actually, I've never been hunting. You know, it's crazy. There's only been twice in my life I've been shooting or doing anything like that. I don't even know if I can talk about that on live. But it's crazy, like, how you can get reported over talking about that. I shouldn't have said it that way. I should have said pew pews. But there have been a couple times I've used pew pews, and one of them was No, dude, I never lived that life. The first time was out in the middle of the country, and I almost had a 45 slug through my skull, which was absolutely insane. It was just a miracle of God that it missed because it was a ricochet. And I was shooting, and I wasn't like, I was aiming at a paper target out in the woods, bro. I do not know how it ricocheted off a tree. Yeah. But that's the other thing too is like, look, if it's your first time pulling using your finger on a pew pew, a 45 is not necessarily the best. It's not the best starter, okay? I mean, one, I did get to learn about how to empty a magazine, but bro, the kickback on just about any 45 is wildin'. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be pretty strong with that. It's got that recoil. That's right, dude. That recoil was crazy. And of course, the second time, I was out in Michigan, and my buddy at the time, he was just like, "Hey, I got a friend of mine that's building a house. He blew out his shoulder. He's got like acres of land, and he's got so much land that we have a dirt mound built out uh in there, and he taught me how to clean a AR. And so he clean it, he shows me how to like operate it. We didn't have it loaded or anything, and then we go over there. I like actually start help this guy build his house a little bit. And then at the end, his house was unfinished, and we're on the second floor on his roof, and we're just pew pewing ARs in the middle of the Michigan woods, bro. Like, the second time I was so stupid because I did not realize the muzzle, like, you don't put your hand like after, and I didn't put it on the tip. I put it on like the like, I think it's like a heat sink area. And I didn't touch it for long, but it was hot, bro. Yeah, no, don't do that. But yeah, so technically the first pew pew I shot was a shotgun. Like, I learned on on the first day that I shot. But then the next pew pew I shot was a 45. And it wasn't like, there was a few different versions, and the guy I was shooting with, he was a sergeant in the military at one point in his life. So of course he's got like custom skins on his weapons, and like like, dude, the 45 I was using looked like Master Chief's freaking pew pew. Like, I was like, what is this? It was cool though. Like, I think anybody, even if you're like, oh, I don't ever want to own one, I think you should know how to operate one 100%. You should know how to take out the mag. You should know how to take out the bullets. You should know how to discharge it. You should know how to aim it, shoot it, take the safety off. I 100% think, even if you're not going to own one, because if you were ever in a situation, like, yeah, we have to. I just need to be wise about it because I've heard people get in trouble for talking about it now with the AI algorithms. But yeah, like, even if you don't own one, I think it's responsible of you to at least know how to operate one, because you never know. Like, you could be in a situation where one gets kicked around, something happens, especially in the US, man, and that was your one opportunity to like completely disassemble it or make sure it doesn't go off or do something stupid, and you literally could have just took out the mag, dumped all the rounds on the ground. Like, you could have put one in a kneecap, like, if you know what I mean, like stuff where you don't have to use it to end somebody, you know what I mean? You don't have to delete people with it. Like, if you're responsible with it, you can 100% use it in a protective way. However, I will say a 45 in most cases, dude, is You aiming at your knee, you ain't got a knee. You aiming at your hand, you probably don't have most of your hand. Like, it's just, it was wild, dude. No kidding. But you're right. I think it's stupid. Right. That's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean, though, is even if you don't own one, I think you should learn how to use one. Like, at least once in your life, you should learn how to use it. Because you never know what kind of situation you could be in where you would have to use it. And you understanding the basics of it, or if you ever saw somebody with it being irresponsible with it, you would know what to do. You would know what to expect. Like, especially if it's your buddy, like, oh yeah, I just got it today, and he's like looking down the. It is. It really is. And you just have to be I'm just thinking ahead. You know what I mean? Because, like, I haven't gotten strikes for saying anything like that. But I agree. Like, they aim to censor us on all these platforms because they think it protects the children when really you guys need to stop all the pedos. Oops, did I say that out loud? I meant it. Maybe that's what we need pew pews for. Is all of them. Give him a few slugs. All right, dude. Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I think, well, here's the thing, too. You know what it really comes down to? And it's been blowing my mind more and more every day. Like, I've gone to a few different, like, breweries around town, and I've asked, like, I try to go to the places that they're local. Because, dude, some of these local spots are just super good. Like, the food's good. They're going to have stuff that's only made in the state. And I ask them, I'm like, okay, so have you ever worked, like, for a big company, like a beer company that ended up getting bought out by one of the big ones? And I met a guy actually at one. He told me about he worked for a company that ended up getting bought out by Anheuser-Busch. And I asked him, I was like, so do you think private equity is the problem? And he was like, yeah, 100%. Because I've seen it, bro. It almost doesn't matter what it almost doesn't matter what thing you're doing. If it's music, if it's beer, if it's like entertainment, if it's playing video games, dude, private equity has so much play on literally everything. Like, and think about it this way, even Steam's going through it right now because there are some games out there which I don't agree with the kind of content that's in the games. These are some gooner games. But they're censoring them because Visa and MasterCard are like, we don't want this, we won't be your payment processor unless you take this down. And Visa and MasterCard are like the two biggest companies that everybody uses for all of their cards, all of their products. Like to sell online. So it's the same thing. It's like this hierarchy of like, it starts with private equity. It starts with these companies that have ownership or have a way to process payments. And they'll just basically hold this stuff over everybody's head. So the way that they do it is they're like, well, we don't want you saying, we don't want to lose clients. We don't want to lose all of that. That's what Visa and MasterCard are saying. So they're telling people to censor their stuff. To not be that. Oh, their first party games are going to be multi-platform? Yeah, they should be. They absolutely should be. I think they're all hurting at this point. And I think the Stop Killing Games initiative has shown that they need the consumers. But at the same time, there's still problems with that too. 100%. All right. What is your question? Ask away. Am I political or no? I would say no. I would say I'm not political because I think it's two wings of the same bird. That's the consensus I've come to, is that I don't agree with everything that's going on in all aspects, but I'm not somebody who's going to sit here because my problem is I feel like as a Christian, as somebody who believes, right? When you try, there's so many people that try to put their own political spin on what's going on in the world, when really, like, you know what I believe in? I believe in Jesus's death and return. Like, I believe in the death and resurrection and the fact that he's going to return, and that no matter what political party's in the office, it's like he's he's coming back, and we have no control over what side. Do I agree with some things Trump has been doing? Yes. Do I agree with how he's handling other things? No. So, like, it's the same thing, isn't it? But I feel like personally, would I lean more Republican? Probably, just because of the policies. But at the same time, like, I'm still not. Like, I don't agree with, because I used to lean more Democrat, but then I realized how bad a lot of the policies were and how they affected people. And then I've like realized I policy wise I do lean more Republican, but I don't support either side at the end of the day. And I think third party is it's all just a game for them. Like, they just know it's a cash grab for them. And see, you know what it all boils down to, even at that level? Private equity. It boils down to them being able to essentially, there's like a level of payola, or people being paid off to have a certain like, have you noticed that, like, even with TikTok or other platforms, right? There's people that all of a sudden they get this opportunity to be paid to freaking make a post, and they don't even disclose that it's for a political party, but they like have to come on here and talk about what's going on in the political landscape. And it's like, dude, read your freaking Bibles. Like, that's the best thing I could say, is like, these things are meant to happen. And it's the same thing with some of even these, like, because there's even pastors that talk about that. There's like, even someone I saw today, like, I feel like there's a level where even though they're like, time is running out, God says time is running out. I think the real answer to that is, how would you know? Because if you read the Bible, you would know what you're saying is contradictory, because you don't know when the time is coming. And if you're saying it, yes, you're right, because it's been running out since Jesus left us. like like, so we shouldn't worry about it. Like, I've recognized that there's too many people that use that. It's like, there's going to be a point. It's like, yes, we know that. So instead of just harping on that, you should tell people about Jesus. How about that? Like, that sounds better to me. Like, I've recognized that. Like, there's so many people that want to accuse each other, talk about this, disagree. Like, even recently, I saw somebody on that post again, that food post that I made, like, trying to go back at somebody. And I was like, bro, I am not responding to anyone, because I recognize that all you're doing is feeding it. You're just feeding crap that we don't need to worry about, when it should all just be about Jesus and the fact that we needed him, and his death, burial, and resurrection was enough, and that ultimately we should turn away and try to repent for what we've done and go towards him. But what saves us is having faith in that. I think that's the most important thing. Ooh, I kind of like that. Yeah. Let me see if I make it like a little. I'll make it this way, like, and then make it a little crispy sound. I kind of like that, like a short open hat. Oh, come on. There we go. You're thinking about legalism today? Yeah, I agree. I think that there's a lot of people that are very legalistic about what they do and what they say. And I realize like more and more like there's too many people that are on here trying to be the next big biblical scholar. And it's like as much as I think theology is very important, I think the simple message of the gospel is almost more important. And it's just if you're going to read the Bible, understand that's what it was always about. It was always about Jesus from beginning to end. And there's so many people that like they're like, "Oh, you don't believe this theology, you're going to hell." And it's like, does that what the Bible says? No. No. Are there aspects where yeah, for sure, like if you're actively continually like turning your heart away from God and not accepting him and like living in your own sin and constantly fornicating and like not wanting to even change in what is going on like that you're doing in your life, like you're constantly wanting to get drunk and go party and do all that and you don't want to change anything about your life, like I mean the Bible is very clear about that. But other than that, yeah, like if you fall short, get back up again. What is my position on illegal immigrants and what should we do about it? I think it's a tough and debated thing, even within like the Christian sphere, because there's a lot of people that they use legalism in this way to justify their political stance. When I think that's the wrong way of going about it, because there's two sides to it. Like there's the side of yes, we need to help foreigners, we need to help people. However, like at first, it's pretty clear in the Bible that we need to help our people first. Like we need to help the veterans, we need to help the church, we need to help the people around us first. And if we can't do that, how can we help everyone else effectively at all? But then secondly, um I think the problem is there's a lot of people that have sensationalized it in this way to get clicks and views and engagements and think that like their good works was the right thing to do. And because I'm on the right side, like I'm on the right side of history. And it's like the same people that are doing this and they're saying, read the red letters. It's like, read the black ones too. Please read all of them. Share the word. Don't just share what you thought Jesus was if he was a Republican or a Democrat. Like, share the gospel and the reason why we needed them. And I think the tough thing with illegal immigration is we have two sides. You've got the should we send them? I don't think we can afford to make them legal right now. Like we're in this weird limbo position where it seems like even with what was going on with Alligator Alcatraz, is people were saying that it's this horrible, basically, looks like, yeah, like a camp, that kind of camp. But really, they allow those people to self-deport and to leave, and they give them money to do that. Isn't that crazy? Like they give them money to leave. So they don't have to do that and then they can come back and go through the legal process still. Like they don't have to be deported to the point where they can never come back to the country and gain citizenship. And we have to give unto Caesar what's Caesar's. Like we have to understand there's rules and laws in place for a reason. And even Jesus followed those. And we all have to. Like it's something that's inevitable. So I think the answer is yeah, because the other problem too is there's a lot of people that came here illegally that are bad faith actors. They were MS-13. They were gang members. And if you know anything about MS-13, bro, they are satanic. They are 100% satanic. Like, especially with the gang culture, dude, the things that they make you do to be initiated into some of those gangs is absolutely disgusting. We have to recognize that, too. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna judge. We have to take it on a case by case basis, and I think the problem is the former government has like sensationalized it because they're so focused on our current president dying versus like actually trying to make policies or do things that would help the people. Oh, to be in the MS-13s, I couldn't talk about it on stream. Unalive people, sacrifice, yeah, like all that kind of stuff, bro. You don't want to look up MS-13. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's truly satanic. It truly is. That gang 100% is. They've been pretty open about that. So, and that's actually a lot of the people that had come through. But then on top of that, you have everything that was going on with Iran and possibly there being sleeper cells in the United States. And us maybe not even knowing, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot with it. James 1:27. That's a good place to start. Pure and undefiled religion before God and the Father is this, to visit orphans and widows in their trouble and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. Right. And I think that's actually a good summary of it. Is like it's a lot more convoluted and complicated, but it seems like on a case by case basis, like the real problem is what's being televised and what is being televised and what is actually happening are two different things. And I think it's the same thing with they're trying to pin Trump with the Epstein stuff. I think the real answer is more complicated than we could really imagine. And this is why we need to just focus on spreading the gospel and focus on Jesus and focus on that. Not because it isn't important, but we have to understand, like, us getting caught up with the world and what's been going on in the world doesn't change the world. I think what does is us showing the love of Christ and focusing on that. And the truth will come out when the truth comes out at the end of the day. And I think the truth coming out is Jesus coming back. What is my position on a Mitsubishi Eclipse? That was an A+ purchase, bro. You cannot, you couldn't do it any better at that point, dude. That's like, for what you paid for that too, I mean, unless I Kelly Blue booked it right now and it was a different number, for it to be spotless with that low of miles for $5,000 in this economy is like killer. That's an amazing deal. That's something I wish I could have paid that for my car. Because I paid for a vehicle that was way newer with way more miles than that. But I had to. I was in a position where I really had to. My favorite car brand? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. Because I feel like over the last 10 years, a lot of the ones that I would think are the ones I would say yes to that, you know, they've all done something I've probably hated. They've all sinned against me. BMW, I don't know. Well, because even them, bro, like some of these new models that they had. My dream car or dream truck. Ooh. You know what? I haven't thought about that in a long time. I'm not gonna lie. It's a tough call, but I just think it's insane the new Corvettes. Like those ones are the fact that they can do over 1,000 wheel horsepower stock is just freaking insane, dude. If I could ever get the opportunity to try one of those, man, like. Right, dude. I saw one. It had the craziest trim package. It literally had like the number 62 on it. And it was black with like it looked like almost like a KTM orange stripe or like a couple of stripes. And plus I think they do carbon buckets in those. I don't know if it's Alcantara and like you know what I mean? Like they full spec out those. Like that would be a dream car cuz I feel like one I've never driven a vehicle that fast. I probably would be meeting Jesus pretty quickly if I were to own one. Um, but two, I think that there's just something about the fact that they can do that and make it look that cool and street legal is like the most insane part about that. But when it comes to old school though, ooh, I'm not gonna lie, probably would be a Supra. Yeah, God bless y'all for real. I think this was a really good stream. This was really solid, y'all. So, I think for this. Yeah, these new Corvettes. I think I am going to get off soon, for sure. That's definitely the vibe I'm feeling. Because it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I think I should at least arrange this. I do too. I think that's like right at the right spot. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, it's crazy how most of the stream was just yapping, and then it just got to. Oh, I wonder if I do this at the last second, like reverse all of it. You know what? I'm gonna freeze and flatten that track and reverse it, and then I think that's the end of that one. Yeah, I like where that one went. I feel like that one could be really good because some of the stuff I like using it, like I like writing to it. I don't really write outside of stream just because it's like I think if you can make one song a week, that's 52 songs a year. Like if you really think about that, right? Most people don't put that out. And I do make about one song a week. So I always like trying to make like beats at least twice a week while live streaming it. I love that. I feel like I'm not going to lie, this has helped me stay accountable, but also I think there's a lot of good that's come out of this. Yeah, I like where this has gone too. This one's good. Oh, that's insane. End it like that where it goes to 4 times, where it just sounds like that sounds insane. But just by itself. That sounds eerie, bro. Just like right here, just at that section. Where was it? So it's mode. Okay, so 2 times, and then when you go to 4 times, it's 100. Okay, show automation. Okay, so right there, boom. Ooh. Auto filter right at the last little part. Yeah, like something that kind of just the last second, kind of like. Oh, I like that. Maybe even make it so it's like. It depends. With Cable Guy's halftime, it's really awesome. You can get very experimental with it, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. So a lot of times, like, I mess with the loop function. It usually sets at a bar, because it's a really cool tool. And here's what I said earlier. Bro, if you haven't already, Alex, follow the Cable Guys page on YouTube. You want to learn about, like, their tools. Not only that, dude, this guy just gives you really amazing, like, sound design tips. Like it's crazy. It's very far and few between that a company makes videos that are this good. But he has some videos on halftime. But yeah, when learning halftime, the main things that I really mess with are probably like the smooth knob, the loop function, which the loop function tells you more so how it's chopping it, right? So like, so let me play it at a section where there's more notes. So that's 1/16. But if I do 1/2 like I had, and if I do 1 bar or 2 bars, it's really... But that's if you have it on the smooth function. If the smooth knob kind of somewhere where it is stock. If you turn it all the way to the left, it does this like effects type of thing where it like puts the full signal, puts that. Oh, actually, hold on. That might be cool at that section. So keep it where it was. Hold on. There you go. So right here, I like automating it. Because like if you automate things with this plugin, it's actually a lot of fun. Like you can do a lot of really interesting type of stuff. So for example, I think for this section right here, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to bring it back up at the hook. So it keeps all the same original tonal ideas, but it has them bounce in a different way. I like that a lot. Because it lets you hear both the full signal and the... There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with this plugin. It's very experimental. But for like a $20 plugin, dude, there's just so much you can do with sound design with this one. Like, it really makes it a lot of fun. Oh, that's crazy. Huh. It makes me wonder if I should like end it like that. Yeah, this sounds like it'd be in a horror film or something like that. I don't know what it is, bro. I kind of like, hold on. Maybe opposite. Like, started out this way. Because there's something I like about it, but I also feel like that drone ending was just cool. So maybe just keep the drone ending. See, that's how experimental you can kind of get with just even a couple knobs. Like a lot of times, simple plugins, they seem simple, but what's happening on the back end's really complicated. And then there's some plugins where they're just complicated, dude. But they're really simple to use, like Shaperbox. This one technically has that same plugin halftime here when you use the time, but there's way more you can do with it because you're actually using a envelope. You're being able to use this envelope here to go super deep with it. Oh yeah, and then, see, that's why I was trying to watch that cable guy's video before stream, because he posted a new video on sidechaining that was like absolutely insane, and then one on like shaping a sound using Shaperbox to like use the volume envelopes to shape sounds. So, all right, I'm gonna play it from. You know what? I'm gonna just save it right here. I think we've got a good idea. And I'm going to pray and end this out so I can get some rest. So, appreciate everybody who's been sticking around. Yeah, honestly, I feel like there's a lot of songs I didn't know what to do with them. But I'm feeling like this Book of Job one. I don't know. I feel like God's calling me to finish that and just trust in that. Because you got to promote stuff. You got to like put a whole bunch of effort in. And I realized like if I'm going to launch a song, I got to do it somewhat in a way is going to be out there. And I feel like that's a song that's not going to be slept on. But I feel like give it to the Lord. If people end up hearing more of the other stuff, they're going to probably hear that one and be like, I really like that one. But on that note, Heavenly Father, I want to thank you today for everybody who's joined the stream, everybody who's passed through. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for everyone. I pray that whatever that they're going through right now, that they leave it in your hands, that they trust you. They trust you fully, even though they may not know what's going on. I know there's times where I struggle with that too, but I pray I just continue to leave that in your hands every day and trust that whatever's happening and the fact that you've put breath in my body, you've made sure I've been able to wake up and have another opportunity means you're not done with me and you're not done with us. Lord, I pray that you do mighty works in these people's lives and that they help their communities in however they can, whether that just means being there or maybe in even a bigger way. Whatever that is, your will be done, Lord. And I pray that if there's anything that they're struggling with, that they leave that up to you tonight. They come to you in prayer and they trust you and they get deeper with their relationship with you. Thank you for everything again, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. God bless y'all. Thank you for everybody who stuck around to the end of the stream. For real. I appreciate it. These late night beat streams have been going crazy. Like, it's crazy. I get more views on these, and they're way shorter than I do on the Wednesday streams. And I think it's just because of how late I'm doing them, which I don't know why. But, hey, man, there's a lot more to come. Stay tuned. More music, more videos, more content in general. And, yeah, stay tuned with me. God bless y'all.